Hello, guys! Turbocharged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my 2025 Bahrain Grand Prix review. Now, guys, again, remember, I'm part of the best podcast in the world. Links are in the description down below so you guys can hear our full race review of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, here's my solo review. What a damn race, man! Come on! After China and Japan, look, Australia was good. It was action-packed, it was entertaining, but China and especially Japan, great googly moogly, was it frustrating. Jeez, man. In any case, awesome race. Now, I'm firstly going to talk about my team, because I want to, and it's my team. And again, say hi to Shumi. In any case, so Ferrari, guys, what did I say in the previous review video? Ferrari've got 5 races. We get to number 4 with their new floor. Ferrari was nearly on, like, honestly, they were like at McLaren's heels in qualifying, and in the race, Charles and Lewis were racing, man. Okay, well, Charles was close to the McLarens. Lewis still has a bit of a problem in qualifying, but we'll get to that. Ferrari had a banger of a strategy going. They were racing, and there were parts of that Grand Prix where both Charles and Lewis were faster than the McLarens. Not throughout the whole race, but they were like little blips where the Ferrari was the fastest car. And you can say, yes, it's down to the tires, it's down to this, down to that. I get it. Point being is we haven't been faster than them at any point of this season so far. And Ferrari looked good. The car looked stable. The drivers looked confident. It was just... yes, man. I'm getting a good feeling about this. And I said, we've got till round 5 to at least be on par or between... Okay, on par to 3/10 in race trim. Slower than McLaren. That's our ballpark right now. We've got till round 5. That is a good base to work from to try and still go for this championship. We're there. We are there. We're close. We're close. This weekend in Saudi is going to be very interesting. But yeah, we got screwed by the safety car. And a lot of people, remember, hindsight is a beautiful thing, guys. Anybody can say, yeah, but Ferrari should have gone on the softs. Look what Russell did on the softs. I get it. But Ferrari were left between a rock and a hard place. And I'm not somebody that usually defends my team. If they mess up, I'm one of the first people to say, stupid. But this time I'm actually going to defend my boys. So they went double mediums. I think if the safety car did not come out, they would have extended that stint by about 10 more laps and gone to softs. Because that seemed like, or at least like 5 to 8 laps more, and then run the softs till the end of the race. But due to the timing of the safety car, Ferrari, the way they went into that was they were hoping that the people who went to mediums and to softs, that their tires would fall off come the end of the race and that they would have the grip advantage. Because everybody knows a hard tire in Formula 1, they just don't die. They don't lose grip, I think, ever. So I think especially like the C1s, they are extremely durable. And as far as my knowledge goes, this weekend we had C5, 4, and 3, with C3 being the soft. And I think Ferrari had the right idea in mind, but it was such a tricky part of the race where the other team's tires just lasted them as long as they should have. And again, I still give my boys a round of applause. P3 and P4, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Both cars in the top 5. It's good points as well. What's it? It's 12 plus 10. 22 points. Let's take it. Let's run with it. And when it comes to Lewis, guys, I was so impressed with Lewis this weekend, race pace-wise. We'll get to the other part. Lewis looked fast. Lewis looked good. Lewis looks like he's slowly but surely adapting to that car. I talked about the whole Lewis Hamilton situation in my previous race review, the Japanese Grand Prix race review. So please go check that video out as soon as you can. because I'm not going to repeat what I said about Lewis in the near future so that you guys can understand my point on Lewis and why I don't say Lewis is washed, Lewis is too old, Lewis is this, Lewis is that, to all you Lewis Hamilton haters and pessimists. Footsack, skate in the hack. All right. So Lewis was racy, man. Lewis, it felt like watching the Lewis of old back in his McLaren days. Just sending the car down the inside, pushing lap after lap, really just going for it. It was a joy to watch Lewis this weekend. And he's starting to really, I think it's still going to take the majority of the season, but it's very clear that he's starting to become one with the team. And it's such a good feeling. And you guys can tell me what you want. Silver Mercedes overall, Black Mercedes overall, nice. Red Ferrari overall, perfect. It's the stuff of dreams. Now, let's talk about another topic. Obviously, let's talk about McLaren. More specifically, let's talk about Oscar Piastri. For those of you guys that don't watch the podcast, and I don't think I've mentioned it in my own personal race reviews yet, but for those of you guys that do watch the podcasts, I've said from the start, there's something incredibly special about Oscar Piastri. He is a future Verstappen, Hamilton, Schumacher, Alonso. He is that caliber of driver. And this weekend was the first proper proof. I saw Piastri 4 times in that race. No, actually not, 3 times, because they didn't even show him at the end. They were more interested in the Norris-Russell battle to show the winner, which was, in any case, from F1 side, in my opinion, blatant disrespect. It's you can't not show the race winner. You can mini box the battle that's happening, but that's where I'm going to leave it. I saw Piastri 3 times. Race start, safety car restart 1, safety car restart 2. That's it. Piastri dominated the Bahrain Grand Prix, and yet it was still an absolutely action-packed race. Everything from 2nd to 20th, battles as far as the eye can see. Creme de la creme. But Piastri showed this weekend why people like myself, which we are in the minority, see something spectacular within this kid. He's cool, calm, collected. He's one of those guys that you just can't help but love. But he showed this weekend why he is a better championship contender than Lando Norris. I said what I said. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And Lando, we're not even at the 5th round of the season, and Lando's already starting to crack under pressure. Well, that's what I think. Bottled qualifying last week in Japan. Couldn't really stick it to Max. Yes, again, there could have been other factors to that, but he tried overtaking Max in the pit lane, on the pit lane exit. Huh? Seriously? And this week, he had a fantastic start, by the way. Lando's start was incredible, even though he was outside his box. I get that, but still, awesome start from Lando. Ooh, apologies, guys. I am a bit tired. But obviously makes the mistake in qualifying, qualifies P6. Now, makes the mistake at the start of the Grand Prix, 5-second penalty. And then at the end of the race, battling Russell with a highly problematic car, couldn't get past him. Again, I'm not taking anything away from Russell, but I think you put almost any other driver in Lando's shoes there, they would have gotten past Russell. Honestly. Not because Russell doesn't have the talent, because that's how much George was struggling with his car and how much the car was giving him problems. And Lando is just, I'm securing points. I don't worry about the championship right now. I am sorry. No driver, knowing they've got the fastest car on the grid, does not think of the championship. I'm sorry. That is just not possible. It is not possible. Especially if you are in the situation that McLaren are in. They haven't sniffed a championship in more than 10 years. Actually, more than 15 years. They haven't sniffed a championship. Actually, no. They were still championship contenders like 2011, 2012. But it was Red Bull's peak era. So let's say 10 to 12 years they haven't sniffed a championship. Now they are actually sniffing a championship. But Lando has got he doesn't have a Logan Sargent or a Sergio Perez teammate. He's got Oscar Piastri. Guys, I'm saying it now. If McLaren stays the fastest car this year, Oscar Piastri 2025 World Drivers' Champion. If McLaren stay the car to beat and they stay consistently faster than the rest, going with Oscar. Lando, with all due respect, Lando is fast. Lando's good. Lando has a lot of aspects to him that can win a championship, but he doesn't have that edge. A Verstappen, a Alonso, a Hamilton, a Kimi Raikkonen, all of those drivers had one thing in common, and that is that raw championship winning edge to them. It's not something that you can like describe or explain with like some sort of exactness. The point is, they had an edge. I don't see that edge in Lando. I just don't. He's the same to me as Felipe Massa. Extremely fast. When the right time comes, extremely consistent. He's got all the things that you need except that edge, that extra little bit that makes you a champion. That guys like Alonso, Hamilton, Verstappen, that those guys have. With all due respect, I see that edge in George Russell. I see that in Kimi Antonelli. I see that obviously in Charles Leclerc. I see it in Oscar Piastri. I don't see it in Lando Norris. I'm sorry, I just don't. Am I willing to be proven wrong? Absolutely, prove me wrong. Come on, Lando, win the championship, prove me wrong, and I can't retract this. It's still my honest opinion, but I will at least apologize for it. That I'll do. I just don't think it's going to happen, and I don't see it. I don't think Lando has it. Let's see what if Lando can prove me wrong. Now, George Damn Russell. My guy, what an absolutely fantastic and brilliant Grand Prix. That car gave Russell more issues than a toxic wife. I'm gonna say it. Oh, before everybody says, "Oh, he's a misogynist." No. I'm not hating on women at all. I'm hating on toxic women because you guys know as good as I do, there are toxic women out there. And I don't know how Russell did with that car what he did. Russell, honestly, man. And again, back to the Lando topic. Russell showed this weekend he's got that championship edge. He drove with the most difficult car on that racetrack. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, electronic-wise, mechanically-wise. The car just didn't break. That's the only thing. The car had issues, but it still kept going. But the only thing that could have been worse is if the car broke and he DNF'd. But he didn't. There was a stage of the race where the team told him, just so by the way, the car's going to switch off. Like your little, the little screen on their steering wheel, that's going to switch off. Don't worry about it. Just drive through it. It's still going to work, but the screen's going to switch off. What? In this modern form of Formula One? No, fam. Nah. Congratulations to George Russell. This was an epic weekend. And on the other side of the Mercedes garage, Mercedes, what were you doing with Antonelli? That kid should have been in the top 5. He was racing exceptionally, and yet you screwed him with strategy. I feel for Antonelli. Antonelli is showing really why he's such. Why Toto Wolff is hyping him up so much. That kid's a future, a very big future talent. Haven't seen enough to see if he's got this edge that I'm talking about. But so far it's looking good. It's looking really good. Really good. And then, guys, what I do want to say though, and I mentioned it's as my moment of the weekend for our podcast at Break at the Apex. My moment of the weekend, and still, Kimi Antonelli. And this is the reason why I love the rookies, because they are not careful of Max Verstappen. That move that Antonelli pulled on Max Verstappen heading into Sector 2. My young Italian man, 18-year-old Italian just was like, I'm faster. If he forces me off the track, he forces me off the track, but I'm still going to try. Eight. And he just sends it on Max, and he makes the move stick, man. Oh my word. What a move. And I loved seeing it. It's as if the other drivers on the grid, besides the rookies, like everybody except the rookies, have gone into this way of carefulness for Verstappen, which to me is utter. That's what I think about it. And the rookies are just like, we haven't raced him yet. We don't know what he's gonna do. We've seen what he's willing to do, but I'm also here to prove myself. So screw you. Ew. And they just pass him, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, the rookies this year. Oh man. And talking about the rookies that are also while we're on the rookie topic, Ollie Behrman, my guy, P20 to P10, man. Something special about this kid, man. And we knew it from last year, actually, at Saudi, when he replaced Sainz in the Ferrari. We knew from that race something special. There's something special about Ollie Behrman. And we're still going to see a lot about this kid. And then who was the other rookie that I wanted to talk about? Bortoleto, no. Lawson, no. Hadjar. No, it was actually just Antonelli and Behrman. Yeah. Okay. Now, Red Bull. Red Bull's got a problem. Red Bull's got a problem. And a big bloody problem. Guys, what's happening? Talk to me. What is happening at Red Bull? We just came off a weekend where Max won. He won the Japanese Grand Prix. He outclassed the McLarens. We go to Bahrain. Max is qualifying in 6th. No, sorry, Lando was 6th. What was it? Max was qualifying in 7th? Yeah, because Lando was ahead. Max is qualifying in 7th. Huh? Explain to my itsy bitsy brain in 1 week. Huh? Nah, fam. No. Actually, I'm gonna sit a bit back, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna do this. This is very comfortable right now, and you guys can just see my legs. What happened to Red Bull? My guy. I was so intensely shocked, and I didn't know what to make of it, but Red Bull's got a problem. Red Bull need to figure out something very quickly. And I mean, Max stated after the weekend that they are not in championship contention. Max is just blowing steam up someone's hindquarters. Max Verstappen not fighting for a championship. Not happening. Not happening. That was just honestly a statement that meant nothing from Max. Max will make sure that something gets figured out. And also, there's rumors that Max, Christian Horner, Helmut Marko, and some of the other higher-end Red Bull executives had a very heated conversation post-Grand Prix. I wish I was a fly on the wall. If that is the case, I wish I was a fly on the wall. That would have been epic to be part of. But point being is, Max will make sure that this team figures something out quickly. Because Max is not going to accept this. He's not going to. And if Red Bull keep going at this trend, I can basically guarantee Max will be in a different team next season. He said it himself. He's not here to make friends. He's here to win. And if he can't have a car that allows him to win, bye-bye. And there's plenty other juicy prospects awaiting Max Verstappen if he does decide to ditch Red Bull. But we'll wait and see. Now again, what did I say in my last video? What did I say in my last video? Points are not a must, but are a very good prospect and a very good opportunity for Yuki Tsunoda. And what did the young man go and do? Points in Bahrain, baby. Well done, Yuki-san. Yuki-san, well done. Well done. Oh, guys, I was so happy to see Yuki cross that line with points. And with all due respect, he wasn't far off Max this weekend. He was not on Max's pace, I will admit. He was not far off. Yuki is cooking. And I hope he keeps cooking for the rest of the season, because Red Bull have said now he's in the season. He's in the season. No. Wait, Turbo. He's in the car till the end of the season. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that even being a thing, man. Even being a thing. And then the last team and driver that I want to get to that just absolutely flabbergasted me this weekend. But besides Fernando Alonso, he is my favorite driver. So for those of you guys that don't know, my top 4 favorite drivers: Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc. That's my 4. Pierre Gasly. Pierre. Damn Gasly! You little rock star. Qualifying P5, the Mercedes get penalties, starts P4, he knows he can't compete with the faster cars, holds back both Red Bulls until the last lap when Max pips him. He defended from Verstappen. P7. It would have been a P6 for Alpine. Do you guys realize how massive that is when you look at the Power 4? Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes. To be within the top 8, not being in one of those cars, that's insanity, man. That is insanity. And George did it. Whether it's 5th, 7th, 3rd, whatever, he did it. He beat a Mercedes and a Red Bull. P7 for Pierre Gasly. Man, Gasly is going to cook this season. If Alpine keep developing that car into the right direction, keep an eye on Pierre Gasly. Keep an eye on Pierre Gasly. It's going to be an epic watch. And again, like I said, he's my second favorite driver on the grid currently and will be my favorite when Alonso decides to hang up his boots for a second time and just go back to the World Endurance Championship, which we all know he will do because it's Fernando Alonso. He's either going back to WEC or he's going back to the Dakar. That's the only places I can see Fernando Alonso going. Unless he decides to give IndyCar one more go and win the Indy 500, which Alonso, please do. Please do. And actually, on the topic of Fernando Alonso, and I'm not going to be harsh on Fernando Alonso, but what the hell are Aston Martin doing? Bruh. It's a British racing green wheelie bin. I honestly think Aston have already written off this season, and they have already started developing the 2026 car. But I just think Aston are like, screw this. We're not going to sit with this. We're not going to do this. And I wouldn't blame them because you've got Adrian Newey on your team now. Please. And Honda is moving to Aston Martin. They're actually ditching the Mercedes engine, going to Honda power. Guys, can you guys imagine a British racing green and white livery for Aston Martin Honda with that neon yellow? Oh, it could be gorgeous. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. In any case, Aston Martin, I don't know what they can do. I don't know what they're going to do, but this season looks like a write-off already. But I at least hope we get a few Fernando Alonso performances and the car works in some weekends just so Fernando can score some good points. I hate seeing Fernando at the back. We all know he deserves to be fighting at the front. He deserves to be in a top team. And right now, we just don't have that. Seeing Fernando Alonso at the front is just something... It's something special that cannot be explained, especially if you grew up when Alonso was fighting at the front. But yeah, guys... That has been my longer than usual race review for the 2025 Bahrain Grand Prix. Next week it's Jeddah. And trust me, you will see me on screen again. And also, plenty gaming content coming as well. And the reason I'm showing this way is because that's where my PlayStation and TV is. So, yeah. Guys, I love you. Don't ever forget that. Remember, your mind is to be stronger than your feelings. And I'll see you guys for whatever piece of content comes next. And don't forget to go check out the links in the description down below. I'll see you guys soon.